We just come in the morning and see soldier and police coming out of it. Like they want to use bull force and we think then come without government. No bigger heads in a soldier and police like they want to be locked down with thing in a that if you want we don't know. It's complaint been made, but it's minor stuff. It's minor stuff. Alright? It's very minor stuff, you know? No verbal argument, no physicalness, just straight minor stuff. However, the minor stuff that happen, it's not a big deal for them to come doing us like this. Tell them friend them come Lego with things them are free will. Yeah. Anju and less. I never did see people them voting for. Yeah. Come mash up with drum and lock with up on this time. We don't know that. We can't bother with that. We are dead young. We come broke to the Anju and less. We come broke to them. Yo, your baby how much? Your baby how much? The baby not even past 1 month. In the panty the same way. Dead young, you know. We are. Give a chance. Give a chance. Give a chance. Give a chance. I work you are hurt. I work you are hurt. Give a chance. Be a big gun and jewelers. I work you are hurt. Be a big gun.
Reality Chapman from a year device, you know, say aromatic realistic TV, you know. Today we not even have no time for waste. It's another touchy topic. And one would have to ask, how much more can the Jamaican people bear under this Anju Holness dictatorship administration? I will repeat, how much can the citizen of Jamaica bear under this Anju Holness dictatorship, government badness administration? We have to ask, brother, because the man just keep pound it on the Jamaican people. The poor sufferer them, who they find a way how to make it work. But remember, the government resources can't reach them, you know, because the government resources is all about nepotism and cronyism. It's all about giving people a job who are not qualified. And the real Jamaican out there who are qualified can't get the job, so them out there unemployed. You understand? So there is no resource there for them. But when these small Jamaicans find a way to create employment for themselves, their family, and a few friends, the government of Jamaica always see it fit to go in and destroy. And destroy. The government of Jamaica never see it fit to go in and help these people by creating employment for them. That's not his priority. His priority is whenever he see these citizens of Jamaica find a way how to make it work. His duty is to go in and demolish. How much more can the citizen of Jamaica take under this Anju Holness dictatorship, government badness administration? Anyway, I see a disturbing topic in sentence. And TDP and the JCF destroy poor people raft in White River sentence. The Jamaica Constable Force destroy poor people raft at White River in sentence. What the reason? Guests complain. Tourists complain about sexual harassment of raft operators. Now, we have to ask and we have to also reason this out. If a complaint was lodged about individual and sexual harassment of tourists on the river, that's a criminal offense. And the police should investigate the matter. And when they do so, and they found that perpetrator, they should bring that perpetrator into justice. And a trial date should set for that perpetrator. And when he go before the judge, if he is guilty, the judge gonna put him away. Because if you do the crime, my friend, you have to face the time. But if you can't build a case against him, then you have to let him go. Because you have no credible evidence. That's the duty of the police. To go in, do their investigation, and pull out the perpetrator. Why would the police try to destroy an entire Rafting community for one perpetrator? It's also said that drunk raft operator on the river. You know what I say? It's also said there is drunk raft operator on the river. I want you to tell me now where you gonna find drunk man, the operator. I remember way back, when we were on here on the program. I do chef work. Enough weekend man come in the junk like a dog, junk like a bat. When him talk, the alcohol just spit off of them breath. But them still in their work. But you're willing to go in and destroy an entire Rafting community for one or two drunk individuals. It goes on and it says, raft operator are also fighting in front of tourists. Now, even in the court of law where people go to settle them issue, man, they fight in there, Look how holy as the church, and people sometimes fighting at the church, We see fighting the go on in our school, in our workplace, right on the street, even in the hotels. But most of these tourists are people that fight in there. So when you are going to try and present this light case to the Jamaican people, because of tourist sexual harassment and junk man and man they fight in front of tourists, that's a weak case to bring to the Jamaican people, because that's why we have the law. That's the reason why we have the law. We have the law to go in and solve problems. We don't have the law to go in and destroy people's livelihood. TDP and the JCF, the Jamaica Constable Force, who don't have no right to go in and go destroy. Who duty is to go in and make peace with these people who are operating their raft. But you guys are telling me that it's okay, the Prime Minister's order, it's okay if you go in and destroy the people them raft. Because of 2 or 3 bad apples. You're taking away the livelihood from an entire Rafting community. Because a complaint was lodged about 2 or 3 bad apples. It's the responsibility and the duty of the law enforcement to go in that facility, and whomever the perpetrators are, their responsibility is to take them out. And if there's a criminal offense, then carry them to station and then charge them. But when you are going to destroy an entire community for 2 or 3 bad apples, that don't make no sense, brother. That no make no sense. So this is where it is very important to get law enforcement involved. A complaint was filed about sexual harassment and also about drunken man operating RAF, and also RAF operator is fighting in front of tourists. Now it's for the police to come in, find the perpetrators, and get them off that facilities. Because if you can't comply with the rules and regulation, you have no right over there. I said if you can't comply with rules and regulation, you have no right over there. But it's not fair for 2 or 3 men to disrupt the entire rafting community livelihood. So the police should put them away and make the law-abiding citizen of Jamaica who follow the rules and regulation continue their sailing on the river, up and down. But it's unfair to punish the entire rafting community for 2 or 3 bad apples. Look at the Anju led administration, the amount of thief in it, the amount of people who are not performing, but yet still, they still have their role, they still have their title, and they're still working. There's a lot of bad apple in the JCF likewise, but they are still working. Right? They did not scrap the JCF and mash it up because of few bad apples. They did not scrap the Anju led administration and mash it up because of few bad apples. No. They still continue. So all that we are saying as citizens, to get rid of the perpetrators and make this law-abiding citizen of Jamaica continue their sailing up the river. Because remember, at the end of the day, that's their livelihood. They created it. The government of Jamaica have nothing to do with this. But Jamaica, I'm here to tell you today. So the next news that you hear about White River, it will be privatized and running by a private institution. Okay? Remember, you hear that. An aromatic, realistic TV. Remember, the government and all, don't want to pay. The government don't want to pay. They don't want to pay the public sector. And we see that. And when you have a people who are willing to go there and create employment for themselves, something that keep them occupied, something that they can wake up in the morning and look forward to, and you go and take that away from them. And this is the reason why I said the government of Jamaica, the Prime Minister of Jamaica, is pushing crime and violence on the youths of Jamaica. When you take away their livelihood, something that you did not give them, something that they create, decades after decades, rafting the Guan up the river, down the river. And you go in and take away their resources, take away their employment. Knowing that you, the government, are not providing them with no form of employment. There is no growth, there is no development. They make it work. They find a way how to happen. They find a way how to stay employed. They find a way how to stay off the street corner. They find a way how to stay out of the gangs. They have something forward to look to every day. And you're carrying your police force and your back hole, and your man with no power saw, and no go in and no cut up them raft, and no pull them out. See, remember, what people need to understand, you don't have to understand who Anju Holness the target. Who is Anju Holness' target? Anju Holness is targeting the poor people of Jamaica, the vulnerable, the less fortunate, and the deplorable. Those are the people that Anju Holness are targeting. The little vendor in the market, where they sell him tomato, him carrot, him onion, him Irish, him ground provision. He mafia run up and down like a thief when the police are come. And municipal police. Just them go and take away them goods and mash up them cars. The taxi driver the same. Them can't be in peace on the road, sake of the police, the system dogs of Jamaica. That's the reason why Anju Holness go over Clifton community and demolish the people in house. And remember, it's Anju Holness stand up in parliament and tell the citizens of Jamaica that there's underground criminal elements taking place over there. And we come to find out that it was a principal in Anju Holness constituency. A principal who associate with Anju Holness. A principal who is a good friend of Anju Holness, was the person who selling the plot over there, and we don't hear nothing about that principal. You look a vendor them in the market where they sell them clothes. We see where them go downtown and then lick down sledgehammer and then mash up and match up stall, kick over barrel and take what them fi take and gone. And leave the people them stranded. Now is the raft operator in White River, Anju Holness, sending police with equipment, going to take away them raft, power saw, cut up them raft, and leave them stranded. Now, knowing that Anju Holness is not creating no form of employment for the youth of Jamaica. The youth of Jamaica, them only dip on the corner and burn them weed and drink them liquor because there is nothing. And when the citizens of Jamaica, when these youths from these vulnerable and volatile era find a way how to create employment for themselves, the Anju Holness government badness administration just go in and rip away everything from them. Whether it's wrong, it's not right. You're pushing the people of Jamaica over the cliff. You're pushing the people of Jamaica for a civil war. Jamaica is just on the brink. Something is going to happen in Jamaica. Believe you me. Because what the poor people of Jamaica done to Anju Holness, I don't know. Is the poor people of Jamaica elect Anju Holness and put him there? You understand what I say? I will continue to say this to my fellow Jamaican. You see, in life, anything that you do in life, there's a consequence behind it. You people were warned not to select Anju Holness for a second term. And you people refuse to take that warning. And because of your stubbornness, this is what you guys left with. So now have to just deal with it until if you decide to overthrow him or something or get him out. But it's up to you guys, because life comes with consequence and you refuse to take the warning. So whatever is going on now, you guys just have to ride it out. Anyway, stay tuned to Aromatic Realistic TV. Like and share. Follow me over YouTube, you know. Jamaican, live good and walk good. God and good road. I'm out.